Alright, part 2 point, I ain't 2.5, I don't know what this is. But basically, we're gonna do a quick wiring of a 3-way switch with the Lutron Diva dimmer. And a Lutron Faceta Claro, just on and off. I also have an accessory switch. I had to kill the power. The power for these, unfortunately, are outside. So both my bathrooms on this side of the house. The power box on outside, not inside in the garage like everything else. Power's dead there. The power's dead on the other 3-way switch. Alright, so this is the light switch. This is the exhaust fan switch. Unfortunately, with these boxes, it gets very, very tight when you're dealing with smart switches. I already had issues on a 3-game box. This looks like it's gonna be tough. Put 2 of these in as well. We'll get there. These extra tight on these for some reason. So these are for my dimmer switch. These are for my exhaust fan. I'll straighten these out and trim these down a little bit. We're using wire nuts to connect them. I know there's other better connectors out there. These came in the packages. I'm just gonna use them. And then one day, if I decide to upgrade these, or Lutron comes out with something new and better, I'll use those better connector switches. I'll probably trim some of these wires down a little bit so it's not as much wires in the box. And you have to leave some just in case. It's not like I'm just fishing wire through. Alright. So with the Claro switch, you got to use a neutral wire, unfortunately. Dimmer, you don't. And the smart accessory switch, you don't need a dimmer either way. Even if you're using a on-off switch will need a neutral wire. The accessory switch, either for the Diva or the Claro, do not need a neutral wire. Alright, so this is my load. So we got my two loads on this wire right here. This should be going up to the switch. This should be my traveler, of course my ground. Let me get this other one straightened out as well. So here. Normally I just cut the ground wire, but that one's kind of short, so I'm not gonna make it even shorter. And there's better tools out here to use. I'm just using the Lutron and I have. It's old, but it works. All right, so let me get started with the dimmer switch. So I'll go ahead and hook up the ground. I usually like to wrap around a little bit before I wrap this around with the wire nut. Because it helps it for pulling out when I wrap it around. Then my blue wire should go to my red switch. Oh, with my travel line, I'm sorry. Let me trim this down a little bit. That's how I fried two of my dimmers. These are too long, and then I stuck them back in the box. There's enough space to where I was making contact. So I'm gonna go ahead and snip all these down a tad bit. Don't have to snap down the ground wire. Let me get the instructions real quick. Even though I did these quite a few times, I still always refer back to the instructions just in case. So, let me start with the top two wires first before I mess with the travel wire. All right, so red, this one should be going up to the actual lights. Go ahead and wrap this one. Then my load wire, it should be my load wire right here. This one right here. Now this bathroom, like I said, this will have the newer switches on. In my master bathroom, I still have the older dimmer switches, which I don't mind. I think they look fine. Some people don't like them. And then for my travel wire, that's all hooked up. Now for my exhaust fan, don't need the blue wire, I'm just gonna snip it. But I am gonna leave some space on it, just in case I decide to repurpose it. I can always add a jumper and extend it out, or I can solder heat shrink, and I'll keep this just in case. But go ahead and get the ground wired up, and then I'll have to pull out that neutral wire, which is always a pain in the butt. Now you have to be cognizant of your load and your other wire when you are hooking up a on and off with a neutral. This one has to be wired correctly. The dimmer switches do not have to be, it doesn't matter which line goes to which. It's just ground the two wires, either one will work. This around a little bit. Make sure there's no exposed wire on the end. I'm just going to push that back in a little bit, as much as it will go. That's it. Unfortunately, pull it out. It's a pain in the butt to get back in. Alright, so this black should go to black for load, and red to the other black, which is going up to the exhaust fan. Tomorrow morning, I got the cable guy coming out, install the internet, and that's when I'll finish up the network panel and mount the rack tomorrow morning, right after I get off work. All right, I have that hooked up now. Let me move this over to the accessory switch area. I'm hoping this doesn't fall. Travel wire right here. Trying to Determine which one is power. And go into the light switch. Alright. Should be my load line right here. Ground, travel, and then the other wire. Ground. Make a salt. Like I said, ground. Red will go to the hot, blue to red, black to black. So. Let me trim these down. Getting long. All right, like I said, travel to red, well, blue to your travel, which is the red. This is my load wire. Normally you're supposed to take it off, but I just look for it and I just remember it. Got your ground, and you have the wire going up to the light. So. My gimbal's acting all funny. That's why I don't like using it sometimes. I'm gonna put this back over here. Go outside real quick. Turn on the light. If everything's hooked up correctly, the light and the fan should come immediately on. So give me about a minute. My exhaust fan is working. The lights working. So that's your dimmer. Hit that. Like I said, off, on. Then if I go over to the accessory switch, off, on. Alright, so I'm gonna flip the switch again and then button everything up, and that'll be it. So, whew. Sucks I had to go all the way outside to turn it in. That breaker on and off, but it is what it is. I do not recommend this build at all. Some of the stuff they do does not make any sense at all. But that's how you do a three-way switch with the new Caseta Diva and the smart accessory switch. The same thing is for if it was a Claro, non-dimmer, just the on and off. I would just be tapping in, there'll be a white wire. You just tap in right here with the neutral, same way. So, all right, I'll wrap this up. This got a little long.